My name's Justine. I'm 23 years old. I was born in Williamsport, grew up in Picture Rocks my whole life. I went to Farrell Elementary School and then went to Hughesville High School where I graduated in 2008.
My name's Travis Justine. I was born in Williamsport, grew up in Hughesville, Pennsylvania. Went to school, Hughesville, all my life. Pretty much lived on a farm for the first half of my life. Then my parents split and ended up living with my mom, and then after high school I joined the military and been doing that ever since.
I played soccer when I was younger. I played that for several years, and then once I got into high school I switched over to cheerleading, and I cheerleaded for 4 years.
When I was a child, I guess a few of my hobbies were I liked archery, I liked to skateboard. When I got older, my nickname was Chief. My mom always calls me that. She still calls me that sometimes. I mean, it depends who you talk to. My mom would say I was mischievous, I guess, and some people would say I was quiet. It all depends who you really talk to. I'd say overall I had a fairly good childhood, had a lot of fun.
I went right to Elizabethtown College. I studied chemistry there for 2 years, and then I switched over to nursing at Penn College, and I did that for a year, and now I'm in the accounting program.
Directly after high school, I joined the National Guard, and I left for basic training, did my advanced training. Then I worked active duty down around Harrisburg at Fort Indiantown Gap, and then I went to Afghanistan, came back, and now I've been working active duty ever since.
Right before I met Travis, I completely swore off guys. I was done with them. I wanted nothing to do with them. I just wanted to be my own person, have a good time, and then he completely took me by surprise. And as soon as we met, there was like an instant connection, and everything changed after that.
We met through our friends. I had a buddy from the Army, and he was dating a girl she went to high school with.
I went over to my friend Jelena's house, which that's kind of a funny story because I introduced her to her now husband. And I went over to her house one night, and Travis was over there with his friend Kyle. They were on the porch, and we just walked up onto the porch. I had just gotten to her house, and they introduced me to him. They were like, "Oh, Travis, this is my friend Justine," and we just kind of said hi. I thought he was cute. I definitely thought he was cute. He didn't say much, so I kind of thought he was shy or wasn't interested in me.
Yeah, I thought she was hot. That was my honest first impression. Once I got to know her, you know, she was nice. I knew she had her stuff together. She was going to college and she was working part-time. Ended up going to the fair together and just hanging out in the fair and, you know, hanging out after that, and then we ended up dating.
We went to the Hughesville Fair. We made it a group thing. It was James, Jelena, Travis, and I. We all went to the fair, and that was kind of a double date that we did. I don't think it took very long, honestly. We started dating in July, and by October I had moved in with him. He was kind of bugging me about it, but I told him he had to ask my mom, so he made it this whole official thing and was going for a run with her, and he was like, "You know, I'd really like it if you would let your daughter move in with me." And she told him that I needed to focus on school, and as long as I kept my grades up and was doing well in school and working, then she didn't have a problem with it. So I moved in October, and I think we were pretty serious then.
She was making me a better person. That's how I knew I wanted to marry her. I knew that she was a good person, that she had her priorities straight, and that she'd be a great mom, and that I could just spend the rest of my life with her, not really have to worry too much about anything, you know, with her.
I think it was a long time coming. I mean, we had built such a strong relationship with each other, and we have a child together, and we've been through everything together. Anything you could throw at us, we've been through it. We've been through the ringer with so many things, and we've always come out on top of it. So I think we decided, you know, that if we can get through anything, then we might as well just make it official and get married.
We went out to Red Lobster to eat, and we were just talking normal.
And we were just sitting there. I could tell he was nervous about something. He just wasn't acting himself.
And I just put the ring in the basket of biscuits that they bring out.
I had been eating a salad that I ordered, and he was like, "Oh, these rolls are really good. You should try one." And I was like, "Oh, I'll get to it." And he goes, "No, you should try a roll." So I opened up the napkin that was on top of the rolls, and he had my ring laying inside on top of all the rolls.
And she opened it up to get a biscuit, and I asked her to marry me.
And I was just like stunned, and I gave him this "Are you serious" look. And he was like, "Will you marry me?" And I, of course, said yes. And I think we were both really excited.
I told my mom. My mom was the first person I told.
The first thing I did was I grabbed my phone, texted a couple of my friends, took about a gazillion pictures of my ring on my finger, and sent it to just about everybody in my contacts list.
I didn't cry. I think she might have, and she pretty much told everybody, put it on Facebook and everything.
I told my grandparents and people who don't have cell phones. I love his eyes. I love his laugh. When he does a sincere laugh, his whole face lights up. Everything about him, his whole demeanor changes, and it just brings such a light into his face. And he has such a good sense of humor, and he understands my humor, which is really important because I'm extremely sarcastic.
The things I love most about Justine are that even when we argue, she'll still come back and tell me that she's sorry. You know, she'll tell me how much she loves me. And I love just waking up next to her. You know, she's so beautiful. Even first thing in the morning, just seeing her wake up makes my day. She says she's a mess, but I think she looks great. And you know, just her personality, we click so well. We have a lot of fun together.
I think our biggest challenge was probably having a child together. It was extremely hard. I was in school, he's working, and just to throw a baby into the mix of everything was extremely difficult, but we learned how to work together from it, and I mean, I think we're doing great.
My job being in the military, I'm constantly leaving, so it's hard for her to you know, to grasp that at times she has to be a single mom while I could be away for months at a time. And it's hard for her to do all that on her own, but it makes me proud that she can do it because it's a really rough life, but she handles it well.
I think my life without Travis would probably be empty. I don't know if that sounds cliche, but he is such a huge part of my life. We're kind of one and the same, and I can't imagine doing life without him at this point because we've been together for over 3 years. We have a kid together. I just think to take him completely out of the equation would ruin my life almost, I would say, because it wouldn't be the same without him. I wouldn't be happy.
Oh, life without her would, I don't know, it'd be kind of crazy. I'd be, probably work a lot more, you know, and probably do a lot more hunting and a lot more fishing, but I'm happy that we're together, so.
He genuinely cares about me. And that really says a lot because I can be such a temperamental person. I know that I can blow up and like just go in flames, but he gets me. He always finds a way to bring me back down to earth, and that's just the best because nobody's ever been able to necessarily handle me before. So it's very sweet that he is patient with me. I love that he puts our family first.
She's a great mom.
I know it's a huge change to go from living the single life to having a girl live with you and having a baby together, and I think he's done really well adjusting, and it's been amazing to watch him change.
The sweetest thing I can say about her is that she just makes everything look so easy, and she's confident in everything she does, and she just gives me inspiration that I can pretty much do anything I put my mind to.
Waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid.
I just want to say, Travis, I love you. You are my best friend. You understand me like nobody else does. We fit together perfectly, and I'm really excited that we get to spend the rest of our lives together, and nobody will ever know like how much that means to me, because our love is not something that you can just find every day.
Justine, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. Even first thing in the morning when you wake up, I love seeing your face, and you start my day every day. You're a great mother, and look forward to having more children with you. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. And I just love you so much.
One step closer, one step closer. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000